And as part of its Youth Month activities, the Services SETA has partnered with the South African Property Owners Association. They will sponsor 100 learners for a 4-year program in property-related studies. 40 million has been put aside for the project, where learners from across the country will be funded for property-related studies, as well as other areas of study, such as project management and marketing and business studies. Pam Snyman is a board member in the Services SETA, and Nomzamo Khadebe, chairperson of the Saupa Bursary Trust. They join us now on Morning Live. A very good morning and welcome to the show. Pam, I'm going to start with you. Give us a sense of the current property business in South Africa and the level of transformation in that sector.
Well, the property business has always been a lucrative business, and we have found over the years that transformation hasn't really taken place to the extent that one would like it to take place. And the Services SETA is specifically focusing with our special projects, you know, that we do grants, that we grant to employers for skills development, but we also have special projects apart from our discretionary and our mandatory grants. And the special projects are focusing on transformation, transforming our youth, trying to put out some fantastic entrepreneurs out there, especially in real estate, which I said is a lucrative business. And yes, we're wanting to help SABC in their efforts to get qualified, really well qualified people to try and decrease the scarce and critical skills that we have in this country by getting really well qualified youngsters out there, and also ensuring that they have jobs at the end of their studies. And for us as well, once they've got their degree, we'd also really like to see some postgraduate studies in real estate. So we don't only look at the menial kind of skills kind of training, we're also looking at the high end, because in real estate you are required to have really good qualifications if you want to make it out there and if you want to compete with the rest of the world, which is where we're aiming at.
I want to bring in the National Property Owners Association, who the partnership is with, and tell us what this partnership means for SABC.
For SABC, we already had the fund in existence, the Bursary Trust, from 2009, and up to date we have been able to sponsor 15 students that have completed, and currently we have 17 students that have been that are part of this program. So by partnering with the Services SETA, it just increases our reach, because whereas we would say maybe in 2 years' time we would have had 30 students, we now have a possibility of 100 students. So it is an unbelievably good experience and a good opportunity for us to actually partner with SETA. And
that is what a lot of people that may be wanting to actually find out about how they can source this funding. That's what they want to know. I mean, how do you actually go? Because you guys are putting out a call for grade 12 learners to, come and actually apply. So how does one go about to access the funds and perhaps be one of these lucky 100 learners?
Well, they can apply on our website, and also we have an email address that they can use. Once they've completed their forms, we also assess their academic results, and then we would then notify them. It's a relatively pain-free process that they need to follow. Also, we would go to the various universities just to try and also make ourselves accessible.
I know that some of the universities that you're partnering with are the University of Cape Town, Johannesburg, KwaZulu-Natal, Pretoria, and the University of Witwatersrand. Pam, I just want to ask you, what would a grade 12 learner have to do in order to kind of stand out above the rest? Because there is a limited amount of funding, so you have to be one of the 100 lucky. So what kind of people are you guys looking for? What kind of learners are you guys looking for?
Well, we're obviously looking for learners that have an interest in real estate, and also that have certain subjects in matric. They would have to have maths, for example, if they're going to do a BSc or a BCom, which the property studies normally are at the different universities, either a BSc or a BCom in business management or in property management. So they would have to be standout learners and people that can go the long haul, because there's all four-year graduate studies, and also the kind of people that the SAPOA member companies would like in their employ, because these students are going to have to, during vacations, go and work at these companies.
Okay.
Yes, because they've got to go and learn their workplace, they've got to go and
Of
understand
course.
what the workplace is about, and there's a lot of practical experience they need to gain. It's because these people are going to place them in their companies and in their businesses once they have finished their degree. Because there's no use really in giving bursaries. We're giving 100,000 Rand per learner per year for 4 years.
Sure.
If we're not assured of the fact that they're going to actually have a job at the end of it, because
Yes.
it's wonderful upskilling people, but if there's no job at the end, then it's really a useless
Of course.
exercise. So they have undertaken, SAPOA's member companies have undertaken to provide vacation work for these students, to teach them in the workplace, give them the workplace experience.
And that experience is invaluable, Pam.
Absolutely.
I hate to come in and interrupt you because we have to
No.
wrap it up here.
Perfect.
But quickly, if you can just tell us how people can get hold of you, what learners should do, and what's the process that they should follow.
So they can send their forms to an email address called edmanager.
Manager.
Yes, edmanager@sapoa.org.za.
Great. We'll put up those details for anybody that's interested. Thank you so much for coming into studio, and what a wonderful initiative. Let's check in with TSE to see what we can expect on the weather front for the rest of the day.